Dude, welcome to Charlotte.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So what are we doing? I'm confused.
We're just going to sit down and do a radio show.
Real Mike, did you give him a sandwich?
Did you get one? Did you get one?
I got it for you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got an extra one, so I figured you sit here all morning and get hungry after a while.
That's it. When did you get in?
Last night.
Really? Did you have to take a red eye or anything like that? Or?
No. Are we going on the air?
Yeah.
When?
Right now.
Right this second?
Even as we're talking. Isn't that awesome?
No, I don't. You got to introduce me, bro. You need the cowbells and the whole thing.
Well, we don't have any cowbells in here.
Are you going to air this later?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, so Mike, you said we were going live, dude. You said that, like, I don't swear on the air anymore and that you could just go live. And we had that one incident back in Albuquerque. We're okay. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Was it a fun time in Albuquerque?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. You know, they announced a few minutes ago that Paul McCartney's going to be at the iHeart Music Festival, but, man, there's nothing bigger than Pauly Shore in the Aero Room.
Cowbells.
Yeah!
Cowbells. No, thanks for having me, guys. For reals. For reals. No. It's crazy, you know. I'm kind of like iconic now and stuff.
Yeah, you are.
It's kind of almost like, you know, like Bigfoot. You know what I mean? It's like he's like, oh, we had a weasel sighting. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. This is a special I did last year. This was the political special that I did last year.
And you know what's so interesting is that you know who everybody compared that picture to? They said Dave Matthews coming.
Oh, really?
Do you see a Dave Matthews appeal to it?
No.
No.
I think more like Anthony Weiner.
So let's just say he gets into office. Does that mean that Pauly Shore is going to start shooting some pictures across the country to get some popularity too?
I do that. I mean, it was funny because who was I talking to? Oh, yeah, the guy Thomas last night. I did Columbia last night. Columbia, South Carolina, right? I did that last night. And I showed him pictures of some of my babes. And he's like, dude, you do like Anthony Weiner, bro, you know? So, yeah, that's what the world is that we live in, you know?
Which makes it exciting.
It's good. You ever have the thing is like, you know, when you go back and forth with pictures of your, you know, different things like that, like it's always the girls that are sending pictures of them. But when they ask you to send your penis, that's kind of weird, right? I'm not going to send my penis to some chick. It's creepy.
What do you send?
Nothing. I'm like, I just send a normal picture. I'm like, I'm not sending a picture of penis to my chick. That'd be weird, you know what I mean?
Don't you think, though, the rush from doing something like that, even a girl just asking you, is probably greater than a Red Bull or a Monster?
I don't know. I'm just not sending my penis. I'm not sending my penis. Don't get me wrong. I've taken a picture of my penis on my camera just to see what it looks like. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely not sending it. You ever do that just for the visual of it? You know what I mean? Just to see
We're guys. You have to.
Yeah, you just see it, and then you look at it. The what? You can look down and see it. No, but I'm just saying, you think about sending it, and you're like, yo, if I were to send it, like, what would it look like? And then you take it, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm definitely not sending it. You know what I mean?
I'd hit a Target store or something to say, I got to get this thing dressed.
Yeah, I tried to do. Look at this guy, because you tried that, right? Yeah, at different angles. It still does. It's still not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I actually want to take a picture of a black guy's penis and send it and say, it's my penis. And they're like, I didn't know you had a black penis. I'm like, yeah, I spray painted, babe. It's all happening. You know what I mean? Black people got it pretty good these days, huh?
They do.
They do, right?
Yeah, what's up with that?
White people, we got to start complaining now.
Is that
right?
what it is?
Yeah, we got, we can't get nothing, man. We can't get nothing going on in the world, man. It sucks.
Can't get a job.
Can't get a job, man. And then pretty soon, you know, we can take over the world.
Yeah, but if the only job that was available was to be a Walmart greeter, would you do it? I mean, if you could be Pauly Shore as a Walmart greeter.
Yeah. Hey, I would probably do it now. You know what I mean? It's funny because I was born and raised out in California, like since I was born.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was little. Like a lot of people move from small towns in middle America or a small town, and they'll go out to California. I'm there. So I'm thinking about moving to a small town like soon. You know what I mean? Because I moved my mom. I've been through all this stuff with my mom. I just leased out my house for another year. I'm going to get like a month-to-month in Santa Monica. Wow. And I'm thinking maybe like get a little place like maybe in Charleston or Tallahassee. Nice. You know what I mean? Just bang out some college babes for a couple months. You know what I mean? They seen Biodome. You know what I mean? Biodome still gets me laid a lot, dude. You know what I mean? And then all my friends, like all my Jewish like agent friends and attorney friends in Beverly Hills will be like, "Where is he, man? He's nowhere around. He's banging vagina in Tallahassee." He goes, "That son of a bitch. That lucky son of a bitch. His career's really screwed up." You know what I mean? These poor guys
he's getting
are
YouTube
scraping.
hits, man. He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's okay. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to like rent a colonial house like in Tallahassee, like off the campus.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like a 3 or 4 bedroom, you know, and just like, you know, just like live like Forrest Gump. You know what I mean? You know, like Forrest Gump had like that little house like far away, and just kind of like get a novel and just read out there, and like, and then, like, you know, you hear people, someone coming, you know, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I might do it, you know what I mean? I might do it, you know, just for a couple months or something.
Yeah, because out there in California, man, I mean, you're sitting out there in the backyard, you're either going to hear an orange fall from the tree, a lemon, or you're going to hear gunshots.
Yeah. It's just I've been there my whole life.
And
you know
so
what I mean?
but have you ever traveled up into Montana or Canada into this one?
I like Canada, but I'm not going to go up there to live.
Too cold?
I just like the South. People are really nice here. You know, people are very friendly, and, you know, they always smile, and they say, "How you doing? Can I do anything for you?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I like it down here.
You ever had to do a role where you had to fake the Southern accent?
Yes.
How'd they coach you along in doing something like that? Because you know Southerners are kind of touchy on that.
I did a movie a while ago called Curse of Inferno. I'm sure a lot of people saw that. And I played a bank robber, so I had a Southern accent for that. I watched Brad Pitt in the movie California. Mm-hmm. Remember that old movie he did called Do you remember? Mm-hmm. Yeah, California. He played like a Southern kind of. He talked like this a little bit like that. You know what I mean? So I kind of like watched that, and I some dialect coach and stuff like that. So, you know, for me, it's like one of those things. Like whatever I get into, I get really into it. So
right.
If it's a role, like I'll really attack it, and people will believe it.
See, and that's the one thing that everybody I talked to about you, they said, you know what? He's not going to be that one joke stand-up comedian. This guy gets into what he's doing.
Yeah.
How
I like the political thing. I mean, that was like really, really outside my comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like, because people don't associate Pauly Shore with politics
right.
at all, but I'm actually really into it. I mean, when I got into my hotel last night, the first thing I do is watch, you know, CNN, mm-hmm. you know, or Fox News, or I just kind of go back and forth. Just because to me, like, the people that talk about this stuff is more entertaining than sitcoms. You know what I mean? Because, like, Wolf Blitzer and all these, they're silly. Everything's silly. It's like, you know, all the stuff that's going on is just, it's entertaining to me.
But don't you think, though, that if we're truly going to bring change to this country, the people that hold that power are those that made a mistake but won't go to politics because we're afraid of being uncovered?
That was too heavy of a question for me. Let's just talk about the Bojangles I brought you, dude.
Yeah. Did you eat one of these?
Yeah, I had one before.
What do you think of them?
They're yummy.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're like a big version of the one that they serve at McDonald's. You know what I mean?
I would think McDonald's copied Bojangles on this one.
Yeah, so... yeah.
But being out in California, do you ever look at all those people that come rushing out there and go, "Get the hell out of my state. You're invading my world."
It's too late for that. It's already infested. It's insane. And with the internet, everyone thinks that they're their own star. Everyone's their own. And it's not a bad thing or a good thing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, for me, I'm just happy I made it in the entertainment business when I made it.
Right.
You know, because now in order to make it, you actually have to have talent. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, no, seriously. Like, think about all the shows now. Every show now, in order to make it, is a judge show.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have to be judged. You know, America's Got Talent, or you know, you got to Idol. All these shows, like, there's judges. Like, imagine if I was really trying to make it now, like with whatever the hell that I do. Mm-hmm. You know, and the judges are sitting there like, well, what's his talent? I come out and go, Weasel! Ah! You know what I mean? They'd be like, get him off my stage. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, bro, it's going to develop. Don't worry about it. No.
Well, how does it make you feel when someone like Howard Stern, who has made such a mark in broadcasting, ends up being a judge on a game show, basically?
Hey, you got to go where the cheese is. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, a long time ago, I was like looking at Dancing with the Stars, and I'm like, I would never do that. That's like lame. And now I'm like, where's my leotard?
I say, dude, you would be awesome on that show.
Yeah, I know.
Can you imagine the one-liners you, of all people, would come up with?
That would be awesome. No, it was last year. What was it? I think it was last year they called me. My agent said, "Are you available? This is when they want to do it. This is how much." And then you make a lot of money doing that. They pay you $100,000 just to join. And then if you keep getting advanced and you keep going, it's another 10,000 or 5,000 or 20. You know, if you can make it to the end, you can make about 400,000 just doing the whole thing. So I was like, yeah, let's try it. And then they gave it to Andy Dick. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? He's homeless. He needs it. So I was like, you know, at least I'm not homeless. So no, I was happy for him. I don't know what I haven't talked to him since he did it, you know. But you know, I was really happy that he got it, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I just came off a shoot where the days were 12 to 14 hours long. And, man, I'm telling you, when I sat there watching everybody move but me, because when you go to those things, there's a lot of movement unless it's your turn to do something.
Yeah.
How do you handle a 12 to 14-hour day knowing, dude, there's no way I can get out of this?
Drugs.
No, it's not what it is.
No, for me, the last movie I starred in was a movie for CMT, and it was called Whiskey Business, and I was the star of it. And that came out last year. And for me, I like being in every scene. I don't like sitting and waiting, because when you sit and wait, there's already so much on your mind. You're so fried, just, you know, with sleep and you know, just trying to remember all the different things that you prepped and all the different stuff like that. So you can't really sleep, you know, on the set, you know what I mean? Because you're always like this. So I like to always be working. So, but it's hard. It's really difficult. And especially if you're not starring in something and you're just a small part in it, they make you wait and wait and stuff like that. And it's hard to keep your energy up. And
I swear they killed a bunch of trees, because every time I turned around, they were making changes. And then they would give me the paperwork. And, okay, this is where you're going to be coming in.
Yeah.
It's like, stop wasting trees. Just tell me what I need to do.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of money that is wasted for sure when you do production. That's why for me, it's like, I like to do my own stuff. I like to keep the budget really, really low. The new documentary that I've been shooting, it's just me and a camera, and the camera's also the sound guy. So it's all in one, you know what I mean? Now, if I could just get the camera, the sound guy, and an editor to all be in one, then I'd be good. They're called predators.
Yeah.
You know, producers, directors, editors, where they do it all. And that
doesn't go against union or anything like that, being all of those guys?
No, it's non-union.
That's even better.
Yeah.
I like that even better. Well, you're in the right state for that.
Yeah, no, it's with the cameras. And I just bought this camera. It's called what's it called? A C300.
Okay. If
you go online, if you're ever going to purchase a camera, it's like the best camera. It's called a C300. There is this other camera, I think it's called a 5D, which basically it looks sick. Like, it looks like perfect. But if you shoot it at night, if you shoot the C300 at night, it looks amazing. Like, you don't need lights. You don't need anything. Do you see it, a young line?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah. So I just bought that camera. And that camera is like, it's about like $15,000. And then with all the lenses and everything, it's about, altogether about $17,000. But it's worth it, because all you need is that camera. That camera also does sound.
Yeah.
It does sound. And it also, you know, it shoots at night and in the day. You never have to, like, autocorrect the colors or any of that.
You just sold this camera better than Ashton Kutcher could do.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No, this is a great camera. If you're like a documentary filmmaker, and
you know what I would do with this, though, with it being able to see at night, I would go into cameras just to watch what people are doing when a movie is on.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, and so your documentary puts focus on what?
It's focused on who I really am. As opposed to, I wouldn't want to say the persona that I've been putting on, but my shtick. You know what I mean? My shtick is part of who I really am too, but it's a different side. You know, I still like to have fun and be goofy, but this other side, I think, is more people will watch it and be more and relate to me more.
I can just see Pierce Morgan coming up next. Pauly Shore gets real intimate,
and I'll be like this. So, Pauly, you and your brothers were fighting. You were in a lawsuit with your brothers. Yes, Pierce, was a very low part of my life.
Did you really sue your brothers?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's what you do in California. You sue your brothers.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, hell, I mean,
Yeah,
my
you
brother
don't get in
had
a fight
sex
with
with
the-
my first wife. I should have been suing him.
Oh, wow, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, you
Wow.
could, right? That's great, yeah. So
living out in California, the rest of the world knows that California is going to fall off. Did you at any time in your life go, damn, today's that day?
I don't think it's going to fall off.
No?
No.
What's gonna
I mean,
keep
it would have been, Malibu would have fell off a long time ago. I mean, Malibu, if you ever been out there, like you literally the houses are right on the water.
Yep.
That's pretty scary. So I think if a tidal wave is going to come or anything's it's going to hit Malibu first. But I don't think California is going to snip off. If you say that, then Florida's going to snip off too.
But that's okay. That's just Florida.
Oh.
They kind of screwed up the old political world, so we
They
can
did.
get rid of them.
What do you think of Hillary versus what's his name, Christie, Governor Christie?
God. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. That I think is going to be
pretty much
like
what it's gonna
Nixon
be.
and Kennedy. That's going to be so close, and it's going to be so it's going to be divided right down the middle. What do you think?
I think Christie will win.
He just had the stomach surgery, right?
Probably.
Yeah, so he's going to be looking sharp as it is.
You know what's interesting is that I said this. I think I said it right after he met with Obama.
Yeah.
During the hurricane.
Yep.
I said this guy's going to win to be the president.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that's the problem with the Republican Party is they're not tangible. You know what I mean? He's the first one that you're like, yo, I'd have a beer with this guy. He seems silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he doesn't seem so to the right. He seems like he's, kind of both sides and, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I have to agree with you because when I saw him after Hurricane Sandy and he did his every day he would have that conversation. I'm going, oh my God, I think this guy just won me over.
Yeah.
And because I had no idea who he was until that moment.
Right.
I just knew he was just the big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what he just said either, but
Yeah.
he said something.
It's like, man, get him a burger or something.
Yeah, he needs a burger. No, I know what you're saying. It's just
I don't know. I think it's still too early for Ron Paul, don't you think?
no, he's not going to win. It's not. It's guys. It's really about connecting with the people. Let's be honest.
Party has an identity. There's nobody out there that's that relatable person.
Yeah, and the thing is the difference between the world now than it was with white America years ago. It's just not that world anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's minorities. It's every race. It's not like all white people anymore. You know what I mean. So it's like it's really about. To me, it's about relating to the person that is running, whether it's the Republican or the Democrat. I think that's how people are going to vote.
and look
I don't think people are going to go, oh, my taxes are up and my this is that. People are like, yo, that's why Obama won. To me, that's why he won, because he seems likable.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he seems relatable, and he seems like, he's not like, at least that's the way, to me, he came across.
Right. The great melting pot is definitely California. You being from there, I mean, you have been involved with every walk of life. How would you change this country?
How would I change this country?
What do you think is
Mike,
really
this is a lot a lot of pressure for me. I just came to
Yeah, but you started it.
promote my show at the Comedy Zone tonight. Pauly Shore will be at the Comedy Zone tonight, one night only, at 8:00 show. Come wheeze the juice. Okay, back to
tonight at the Comedy Zone.
how would I change the country? I don't know. I mean, that's too heavy of a question to ask me this early.
Yeah.
I just had a sandwich and I'm a little tired, but I'd have to really think about that.
Where's your comedy come from then? Do you wake up in the morning, grab the journal?
It comes from Albuquerque. No, I don't know. I think I'm just at a place right now where I'm kind of just trying to relate to the people more.
Yep.
With stuff that they relate to. Talk about my family more. Talk about like that type of stuff where people are like, oh, that's like me, or like, oh, I understand that, and because for me, it's like, excuse me. To me, it's kind of like, people. Everyone deals with family.
Yep.
Everyone deals with elderly parents. Everyone deals with sibling rivalry. Everyone deals with that. So that type of stuff, to me, is like a hot spot for me right now, and that's where I'm trying to go with my stuff.
And people react to that immediately.
Yeah.
But
it's just like he said, or just like you said, that your brother screwed your first wife.
He did.
And do you speak to him right now?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, I divorced him.
That's crazy. But isn't that heavy?
Yeah, it's very heavy.
It's heavy stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, you lost your first best friend because it was like, dude, you look at him going, and we didn't fight over it. It was just, it came out, and we just moved forward. It's like, all right, you did what you did.
Is he with her still?
No.
So he just had sex with her once?
Yeah, he had a hot car, man, a Nova. Come on. Nova with headers and side pipes. I mean, come on, that was the chick maggot at one time.
And how old were you guys?
I was probably 18.
Oh man!
So that'd be. 30,
I think you need to rekindle. Let's call him up on the radio.
You got. I don't even know what his number is. No, I really
he's got to be on
no
Facebook
connection.
or Twitter or something.
No, he won't do that.
He doesn't do it. He's not on that.
He's from Montana, man. They're still back there doing the dial phone.
Oh, those are awesome phones. And sometimes you do it with the pencil, right? You want to do because it got so dirty on the thing.
Yeah, you used to have a callus right on the inside of your finger here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's too bad about your bro, man. That was a long time. How does it make you feel? Wait. Just take a big breath. Like breathe in. Wait, like this. No, breathe in. Like breathe in. Without being, do you miss them a little?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
The memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But, it's one of those where you let go. You have to let go of the past and just move forward.
I think you should reach out to him.
More reason to.
Yeah.
Let go of the past.
Yeah.
But reach out to him. I think you should reach out to him, and because in a way he kind of did you a favor. Because if it wasn't him, it would have bone some other dude.
Well, you're right.
Because it has nothing to do with him. He was just being him. It has to do with her. You know what I mean? She should have been like, "Screw you." I'm with him. You know what I mean?
Is this where I insert? Man, I had that biscuit this morning already. This is kind of heavy. It's like, oh man.
No, but I'm serious. I'm serious. Tell me your name one more time again. Tell me your name one more time. Arrow. So like, she should have been like, "Yo," just like, okay, here's the deal, dude. Let's get real. Yeah. She was hot.
Right.
She went out into the public, and when hot chicks go out into the public, what happens?
They want seen.
No, they get hit on.
Oh, well, yeah.
They get hit on wherever they go, gas station, this, that. And guess what your brother did? He hit on her, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
So it was her choice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You need to be doing a psychology show.
No, but it was her choice. It was her choice.
Absolutely.
To be a little slut.
Yeah.
She should have been, just like she was with the other guys, saying, "Hey, screw you, I'm with the Arrow." You know what I mean? But she didn't. So it's really not your brother's fault. Your brother was just being your brother. You know what I mean? Being a douche. You know what I mean? No, he was. He was being a douche. He wasn't being cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that, you know what I mean? But that's still your brother, at the end of the day. And it's like, that's your blood and stuff. And like, you're going to be dead soon at some point.
That's right.
And you're not going to be able to experience any of the things that, you should be able to experience.
That you're supposed to be doing late in life.
Yeah. And for me, like, I sued my brother because, he tried to alter my mom's estate when I was on the road. You know what I mean? Touring and stuff. And she wasn't well. And he kept trying to, bring lawyers over. And after a while, I'm like, you know what? I don't know what else to do except for to sue him.
Right.
For financial elder abuse. You know what I mean? So they would just stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now, like, we settled and now we talk again. So it's like, so it's like, and maybe in a couple years from now, or, down the line, my mom passes, we'll be able to talk about the lawsuit and but now we're just trying to keep it business and move forward and not talk about, you know what I mean? But you should be able to maybe just keep it light, like you got Christmas coming up or Thanksgiving, and just be like, yo, I'm going to roll out there, let's have some beers and stuff. And that's it.
Yeah.
And don't talk about that stuff that happened. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's just the situation that happened.
Did your mom, how did she react when there was a war? Because it's like you
she was confused.
That's exactly what my mother goes through.
Well, because she's got dementia.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's she's sick. You know what I mean? Right. So yeah, of course she's confused.
So because you try talking with my mother and she just doesn't even bring him up, and I go, well, how's he doing? No.
Yeah, they don't want to the parents don't want. Well, my dad, who's not confused, doesn't choose a side. He just kind of plays Switzerland. You know what I mean?
They say we become our parents. Have you played that role too?
Well, yeah, of course. I have to take care of my mom.
Yeah, now that's see, and that's why when you were talking about taking care of your parents and stuff like that, that's relatable.
Yeah,
that's the stuff that people out there in your audience are going, this is the guy.
Yeah,
he's speaking my language.
Yeah, so that's what I just did recently. So that's That's what my documentary's about too.
Do you ever get that? I mean, I'm on the radio side of show business. You get to see your audience. Do you get that tingle where you just want to cry up there because you've gotten so
I want to cry right here, right now.
No, you stop it. When you get too close to
reality. Suck a mic.
Here, have this. You'll have more.
So sorry, go on.
But you not have that moment? I mean, in order to relate, you've got to be able to have lived.
Yes. Yeah.
And from that comes the comedy.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm trying to go there every night. I'm trying to get deeper in there.
Right.
Like last night, I did a show in Colombia, and it was a great show. Just because for me, as the performer, it was like me just trying to get to the cancer.
Yeah.
Which is like just try to get to the truth. Stop doing bits that that I know that will get laughs, and maybe go for the bits that might not get laughs, but that'll move the audience a little bit more. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's what my documentary is about. Yeah.
Give me information about that doc. Can we watch it now?
I'm just putting it together right now. I have a trailer. I'll show it to you if you want to see it. It's pretty dope.
I do, because I want to put that up on the website.
No, we can't put it up. No,
not even a trailer yet?
No. I'm not releasing anything until it's coming out.
Dude.
It won't be out till next year, but it's called Pauly Shore Stands Alone. It's pretty dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's how I'm by myself. No wife, no kids, no relationship with my siblings. My parents are dying.
Yeah.
The only thing I have is my fans and my friends and
can they?
And chicks.
But are they really fans and friends?
My fans.
I mean, we're both in the show business. We know what
they're
fans
real
and friends
fans.
are.
I mean, they come see me and they give me love and they give me hugs.
Yeah.
But I don't take them with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I have my friends. The guys I grew up with, and I got all my little babes.
You still got the guys you grew up with?
Yeah.
That's an interesting feeling.
Yeah.
And isn't it weird how?
Well, it's like the guys you grew up with are your friends. I could call them anytime and be like, "Yo, let's go away," or let's let me clear the calendar, or let's go to the spa, or let's have a drink or whatever. You know what I mean? If I need,
yeah, sure, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
What is the one? Is there a certain memory that you guys have when you're together that makes you go, we could talk about this 100 times and it's still funny?
Yeah, when we used to get stoned as kids, for sure. I mean, there's so much of that. Yeah. I mean, I started smoking pot in 4th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I don't smoke a lot of pot, especially now, and I never smoke. The only thing I did excessively was vagina. That was the only thing that I did. You know what I mean? But when I was younger, my mom used to have a lot of after parties.
Yeah.
She'd always call the comedians up and say, "Hey, come back to the house."
Yeah.
And that was the house that she's had. And she would always have after parties, and if you know anything about an after party, when you walk in the next morning, the area is pretty thrashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there's cigarette butts and there's champagne bottles, and you know what I mean? It just smells. And she always had a whole bunch of roaches in the ashtray. And if anybody knows anything about a roach, it's the stoniest part of the joint. Mm-hmm. So me and my black friend Eddie Washington, we would take all the roaches out and we get one zigzag, and we'd put all the roaches into one zigzag, and we'd roll the joint. We'd smoke it on the way to school. You know what I mean? And we used to get really high on the way to school.
Because we used to do that with mixed drinks. There would always be something left in the glass, and so we'd always go around, and they were done with it. So then that's what we would just make it a taller glass.
Yeah. So that was my childhood. Yeah.
But yet it was so real.
Yeah, it was cool.
And you're not afraid to talk about it, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of those stories.
Any idea when your documentary is going to come out, or is it still just in the planning stages?
It'll be out next year. Next year, yeah, it's cool. And so I had such a good time filming it that I kept filming, and so hopefully we'll be putting together a doc series as well. I like documentary. I like documentary because to me, documentary is the most real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's really hard to get really good scripted shows. Like there's Breaking Bad and there's Dexter and there's all these other shows that are really good scripted shows, but for financially, you know what I mean? Documentary is the cheapest, easiest way to kind of get your story across. You know what I mean? Because if you do a Breaking Bad or you do one of these, I mean, it costs thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? So
plus, it's an automatic onto Netflix. You're already there. Do a documentary. Oh man, you're here. We're going to feature it for the next 3 months.
Yeah. So
it's good. Congratulations, man.
So
ladies and gentlemen, Pauly Shore.
You got to tell them where I'll be, though.
Comedy Zone, Charlotte.
Yeah, man.
That's where you're going to be.
You know, we don't want to just think I'm just doing some interview.
2 shows.
Yeah. No, 1 show.
Just 1 show.
Yeah, 1 show.
8 o'clock tonight only.
8 o'clock tonight only, because we're going to put that all over WRFX.
And Arrow's going to go visit your brother for the holidays. You're going to hit me on my Twitter and tell me to take a picture of you guys.
What is your Twitter?
That's your end game, bro. A picture to Pauly Shore with you and your bro in Montana right after you shot some moose. What do you think? I think it'll be good. I think you need to do it.
We'll create a drink called the Moose and call it. We're going to have a shot.
No,
of
you
moose.
just go visit your friend. What's your brother's name? Bowen?
Yeah, Bowen.
Bowen and Arrow,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
All right, enjoy the sandwich and the biscuit.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Pauly Shore.